Okay, guys, and happy morning to everyone. Today, some more problems you have to practice from NCERT. Okay, today and tomorrow we'll practice NCERT. Then Friday, Saturday we will discuss the IIT and NEET problems fully with a little bit fast. Okay, I hope everybody following my classes and regularly practicing. Okay, keep on practice every day. Okay, don't neglect because of we are in serious situation. Okay, let's begin today's question number. First question. Actually, I am using numbers, right? I won't use numbers. Next question I will use. Okay, because of part videos I am taking. That all parts I am connecting and I am decreasing the size. Then I am uploading in YouTube. Okay, so part I am taking. Now first question. Which of the following doesn't react with oxygen directly? Question. Which of the following doesn't react with oxygen directly? Zinc, titanium, platinum, ferrous. Zinc, titanium, platinum, ferrous. Which of the following doesn't react with oxygen directly? Here answer is platinum, because of it is a noble metal. Noble metal means separate, single, alone metal. Okay, this is the platinum. Next, second reason. First reason is a noble metal. Second reason, for this zinc, titanium, platinum, ferrous, these all first ionization enthalpies are very high. First ionization enthalpies are very high, very large. So that's why it is not react with platinum. These all are first ionization enthalpies are very high. So platinum especially very high, very large. That's why it is not react with platinum. Okay, and next point, it is zinc, titanium and ferrous are active metals and hence directly react with oxygen. Directly react with oxygens to form their respective oxides. Okay, So answer is platinum doesn't react with oxygen directly because of noble metal. It is first ionization enthalpy is very high. Okay, now first ionization enthalpy is very high, that's why platinum doesn't react with oxygen. That is the reason. Reasons are over. Noble metal and first ionization enthalpy is very high. Now zinc, titanium, ferrous are active metals. These all are react with oxygen directly. Now take 2 moles of zinc, 2 moles of zinc, reaction with O2 gives ZnO. Titanium also same, ferrous also same. So titanium reaction with O2 gives rise to titanium O2. Next, as usual, 2 moles of Fe. Why 2 moles we are taking? For example, O2 we are taking. Fe valency 3, O2 valency 2. So here we are taking 3, here we are taking 2. Crisscross method we are taking Fe2O3. These all are possible. This is the answer. Question and answer. Look at once again. Which of the following doesn't react with oxygen directly in this compound? Zinc, titanium, platinum, ferrous. Platinum because of noble metal and first ionization enthalpy is very high. And zinc, titanium, ferrous, it is active metals. It is react directly with oxygen. And this is the reactions. This is the question. Next question is, complete the following reactions. C2H4 with oxygen, 4 moles of aluminum with oxygen. Direct question will come like this only. Okay. CBSE 2013 question. This is the complete the reaction. Simply they are asking complete the reaction. So ethene is burning. Simply ethene is burning. What will happen? Okay. Heating, what will happen? Definitely damn sure carbon dioxide will produce. How many moles of carbon dioxide? It is 2 moles of carbon dioxide will come. 2 moles of carbon dioxide. Remaining is 2 moles of H2. Aluminum also, what it will come, you know, 2 moles of Al2O3. Solid form will come. Complete the following reactions. Okay? Simple questions. Not a problem. I think everybody know this. Next question is, why does ozone act as a powerful oxidizing agent? Why does ozone act as a powerful oxidizing agent? Reason already I told. So when a molecule is giving nascent oxygen, it is powerful reagent. That everybody know. Okay. So now look at this is ozone O3. When we are heating, it is produces O2 and nascent oxygen. So that's why it is a powerful oxidizing agent. This is also on 60% reason. This is 60% reason. This is a powerful, and remaining 40% reason is the reaction is endothermic. The reaction is endothermic. Endothermic compound. So it absorbs some amount of energy, enter the heat inside that O2. That's why it is a endothermic compound. That's why it is a powerful oxidizing agent, and it is produces nascent oxygen, nascent oxygen, NO, nascent oxygen. Okay, this is the one more reason. Next question, guys. What happens when sulfur dioxide is passed through an aqueous solution of Fe3 salt? What happens when sulfur dioxide is passed through an aqueous solution of Fe3? Fe3 not, Fe3 oxidation state salt. Okay, what will happen? So take 2 moles, you take first of all 2 moles of Fe plus 3, Fe3 plus SO2, aqueous solution is said H2O. For balancing purpose you take 2 H2O, 2 moles of Fe3. This is a salt. Fe3 plus means 3 plus means what? It is a salt. Okay. So Fe3 plus means it is something is there. If something is there, this means something is there. Okay. SO2, H2O. Okay. What will happen? It is gives rise to 2 moles of Fe plus 2. 2 moles of Fe plus 2. Means here 3, here 2. Here to here what happened? 1 electron gained. 1 electron gained. And remaining SO4 2 minus plus 4H plus 4H plus. This is the compound. Now finally this conclusion, Fe plus 3 converted into Fe plus 2. It is a gaining of electron. Because of what it is gaining? Because of SO2 it is gaining. So SO2 is a reducing agent. So electron is gained. How many electrons are gained? Here 2 moles we taken, 2 electrons are gained. Okay, 2 moles of electrons gained. 2 moles we taken, that's why I am taking 2 electrons. Here 1 electron only. Okay, here to here 1 electron only, but here to here 2 electrons are gained. 2 moles. Here 3 to 2 coming. Got it? Because of this only, SO2 is a reducing agent. What happens when sulfur dioxide is passed through aqueous solution of Fe3 salt? What happens? It is SO2 is acting as a reducing agent, and Fe3 plus is gaining 1 electron and form Fe plus 2. It is a gaining 1 electron. This is the question. This is the answer. Yeah. Comment on the nature of 2 SO bonds formed in SO2. Okay. Comment on the nature of 2 SO bonds formed in SO2 molecules. Some more question is there. I will complete that. Are the 2 SO bonds are equal or not? Question. SO bonds are equal or not? The question. Okay. So question is this. Now answer. Now sulfur dioxide, both bonds are same or not? It is asking. That's it. Both are same bonds or not? It is asking. See, now I will take the structure first of all. It is S double bond O and lone pair. This is the lone pair. This is the structure. Here in the class, what I said, these bonds are, one is sigma bond, one is sigma bond, and this is pi bond, this is pi bond. In the pi bond, what it is character? Sigma bond means simple. Sigma bonds are no types, but pi bonds are many types. Okay, sigma bonds are one type only. Sigma bond, sigma bond. Okay, what is that condition? Single bonds all are called sigma bonds. Double bond, one is sigma bond, one is pi bond, and triple bond, one is sigma bond and two pi bonds. This is the condition. Okay, in double bond, one is sigma, one is pi. Now in sulfur dioxide, SO, it is bond, one is sigma, one is pi. Now downside is sigma I am taking, upside is pi. And what is that pi character? That pi character is star symbol I am taking. This is p pi bond. I said in the class, I said. Okay, in the class I said p pi. And what is this bond? This is p pi d pi bond. P pi d pi bond. And question, both are equal or not? Both are equal or not? So these characters are different, characters of bond different, but the bond length is 143 picometer. Both bond length is 143 picometers. There is no doubt in that. Okay, but the bond characters are different. Which characters are different? Not sigma characters, not sigma bonds are not different. Pi bonds are only different. This is p pi bond, and this is p pi d pi bond. What is the reason? I said in a class time. Okay, if you have a doubt, I will explain in next topic. Next question, why is Ka2 is less than Ka1 for H2SO4 in H2O? Why is Ka2 less than Ka1 for H2SO4 in H2O? What is Ka1? What is Ka2? The right Ka1 or Ka2 is called dissociation energy. Dissociation energy. Ka1, Ka2 is called dissociation energy. So what it is telling, in H2O, H2SO4 in H2O, what is happening? Now take H2SO4 reaction with H2O gives rise to, it is H3O plus and HSO4 minus. This is Ka1, first dissociation energy. First dissociation energy is less than 10. How we are telling? Because of first of all breaking is above 10, below 10. Dissociation constant is below 10. Okay, so that means what? 9, 8, 7, whatever it, one number. So after taking second one, I will tell you. Next, second dissociation, HSO4 minus H2O, HSO4 minus H2O, it is H3O plus and SO4 2 minus, this is called Ka2. It is equal to 1.2 into 10 to the power of minus 2. 10 to the power of minus 2. See, look at here. Ka1 value is 8. Ka2 value is 1.2 into 10 to the power of minus 2. Means 0.01 only, right? 0.01 only. So, very least. Very less. So, here dissociation energy very high taking. Very high. Here it is taking very low taking. What is the reason? So, very high taking means this H2SO4 is releasing one hydrogen to here, it is difficult. The dissociation of hydrogen means breaking of hydrogen bond from oxygen, it is difficult. That's why dissociation energy is very high. But next time from ion onwards, it is releasing a H plus is easy. That's why it is very low. That is. So dissociation energy is very less due to ion. Due to ion. So because of, right, Ka2 is less than Ka1 because of negatively charged ion. Negatively charged ion. Negatively, due to negatively charged ion. This is the reason. Okay guys, because of negatively charged ion. Negatively charged ion, easily it will break. Easily, very simply it will break. Next question guys. Name of the two poisonous gases which can be prepared from chlorine gas. Name of two poisonous gases which can be prepared from chlorine gas. Chlorine gas onwards, preparation of two poisons you have to tell. Now, first poisonous gas is phosgene. Phosgene. Second one is mustard gas. These two gases are poisonous. Now, how to prepare? Take first preparation of first poisonous gas preparation is carbon monoxide reaction with Cl2 gives rise to COCl2 large O COCl2. This is phosgene. At presence of under sunlight charcoal. Carbon monoxide reaction with Cl, it forms phosgene under sunlight and presence of charcoal. This is the first preparation of phosgene. Second poisonous gas preparation. It is SC8 reaction with 4 moles of Cl2 gives rise to 4 moles of S2Cl2 sulfur monochloride. Why sulfur monochloride? They are talking SCl. That name is SCl. 2 to cancel SCl. Sulfur monochloride. Okay? That name. That is CH2 double bond CH2 plus S Cl sulfur monochloride react and gives SCite 4Cl. It is S2Cl2. It is reaction with ethene react with sulfur monochloride. It gives CH2Cl CH2 S CH2 Cl plus S. Got it, guys? Ethane reaction with sulfur monochloride. Ethene react with sulfur monochloride. Why monochloride? Because of, I am cancelling here in the box. Okay, S2Cl2 2 cancel, SCl, sulfur monochloride. Okay, that name is not that much important. Take it. Next question. Why ICl more reactive than I2? Why ICl more reactive than I2? Answer is ICl is more reactive than I2 because of ICl bond is weaker than I2. Consequently, ICl break easily. ICl bond is weaker than, this is a very weaker than I2. So this is easily we can break this. Easily we will break a ICl bond. So it is ready to react with everyone. But this is breaking is very tough. So it won't break easily. So that's why the reaction is not possible. Not easily possible. Reaction possible. Okay. But this reaction is very easily possible. Now that's why this is more reactive. Next question is, why helium used in diving apparatus? Why helium is used in diving apparatus? In diving apparatus we are using this helium. First reason, because of, answer is because of its low solubility. In blood. Very low solubility in blood compared to N2. Compared to N2, it is a very low solubility in our blood. That's why we are using this. How we are using? This is a mixture we are using. What mixture? Oxygen and helium. Oxygen and helium. We are used for deep sea divers. Na? Deep sea. We are using. Okay. This is also one of the reason. Next question. Balance the following reaction. Balance the following reaction. Balance the following reaction. XeF6 reaction with H2O. Reaction with H2O. What is the equation? This is xenon O2F2 O2F2 with 4 moles of HF. This is the equation. This is the equation. Now, next question. Why has it been difficult to study the chemistry of radon? Why has it been difficult to study the chemistry of radon? Radon reading is very difficult in study because of, while we are discussing, most of the radon values I didn't tell. Did you observe that? Yes. Why I done that? Why it is very difficult in chemistry? Because of, first, it is radioactive. First reason. Radioactive means we can't do a lot of experiments on that. And its life period. Second reason, its life period is 3 days, 3.82 days. 4 days, approximately 4 days it will live. After 4 days it will die. Means it is inactive. That's why it is study of chemistry radon is difficult. That's why it is difficult. Very less days. For example, one reaction is coming after 5 days. We started reaction with radon. What will happen? Result becomes 0. Nothing will come. So, if you are doing lot of experiments also, not useful. Useless. Okay? This is the one kind of reason. Next question. Why does the reactivity of N2 differ from phosphorus? Why does the reactivity of nitrogen differ from phosphorus? Okay? The reactivity difference between nitrogen and phosphorus we have to discuss. Okay? It is, first you take N2, next you take P4. N2, it is a diatomic. Means N triple bond N. 2. And P is a, phosphorus is a tetraatomic. Tetraatomic. P4. It is P4. Have we taken the structure P, 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 this structure is tetraatomic. First reason for reactivity difference. This is different, this is different. Which is very high reactive, we will discuss later. Okay. And next, here triple bond. And here single bond. Here single bond, here triple bond. So triple bond breaking is taking lot of amount of energy. Approximately dissociation energy taking 941 kilojoules per mole. Triple bond breaking means it is taking lot amount of energy. That's why it is different kind of reaction. So next, phosphorus how much is taking? It is breaking only 213 kilojoules per mole it is taking. Single bond breaking is taking like this, triple bond breaking is taking like this. Okay, got it? So if it will take like this, what will happen? This is easily react. This is taking lot of amount. So that's why it is phosphorus is P4 is more reactive than N2. This is the conclusion. Phosphorus is a more reactive than nitrogen. This is the conclusion. Why does R3P double bond O exist but R3N double bond O doesn't exist? This is double bond O doesn't exist. Why? What is the reason? R is a alkyl group, CH3 with bond. So phosphorus double bond O, CH3 CH3 possible, and N double bond O, CH3 is not possible. Question is why? One is possible, one more is not possible. Because of reason is what? It is simple thing, simple reason. Nitrogen due to absence of d orbital. Can't form p pi d pi. P pi d pi. Multiple bonds. P pi d pi. Multiple bonds. This is the reason. Can't form due to absence of d orbital. Can't form p pi d pi multiple bonds. Explain why NH3 is basic while BiH3 is only feebly basic. Explain why NH3 is basic while BiH3 is only feebly basic. Feebly basic means sometimes only basic. Okay, very less, very small. Okay, now reasons we have to find out. First of all, what reasons are there? Actually, these characters we have to see. Nitrogen character and bismuth character, how it is. See, N in NH3, bismuth in BH3, BH3 both contains lone pair. Both have lone pair. Okay. Nitrogen in NH3, bismuth in BH3, both having lone pair. Yes, N in NH3, Bi in bismuth H3, both have lone pair. So here we can't do anything. This is both contains lone pair, right, on central atom. So both are behave like a Lewis base. Both are behave like a Lewis base. This is both characters. So this one and this one both are in basic. But what is going on here? Which is why NH3 is more basic and BiH3 is very less? Because of first reason, it is atomic size. Atomic size of nitrogen is 70 picometers and bismuth is 148. Yes, lot of difference is there here. Atomic size of N 70 picometers, bismuth is 148 picometers. Lot of difference is there. So how it is depend on that? The structure size will depend upon that basic nature. Yes, it is becomes definitely it will depend upon basic nature. See, look at once. The size is very small, so density of electrons is high. Density of electrons very high because of small structure. So density of electrons is very low. So how it is depend upon that? It is now, right, the density of N, the tendency of N in NH3 to donate its pair of electrons much higher, means easily it can donate than that of bismuth in bismuth H3 compared to bismuth. So nitrogen H, bismuth H, in this is density of electrons is very high. Density of electrons are very high, so easily it can donate and it is slowly donate. That is the reason. Reason is, once again I am repeating, electron density on nitrogen atom is much higher than that on bismuth atom. Consequently, tendency of nitrogen donate its pair of electrons is much higher than bismuth. That's why NH3 much more basic than BiH3. Nitrogen and bismuth both are in same group. Nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. Okay. See, nitrogen to bismuth. Size very small. Okay. Top to bottom, what will happen? Little bit small. Okay. What will happen? Nitrogen to bismuth, it is increases the size. So nitrogen is very smaller, bismuth is very larger. So here density of electrons are very higher, here density of electrons are lower. Okay. So that is the reason for basicity depends on. Next question. N2 exists as a diatomic molecule on and phosphorus as a P4. Why? N is a nitrogen is a N2. Phosphorus is a P4. So nitrogen showing diatomic, phosphorus showing 4. But phosphorus not showing P2 and nitrogen not showing N4. Why? Reason number one. Reason number one. It is simple reasons are there. Many are there. First reason, nitrogen is a small in size compared to phosphorus. Nitrogen after only phosphorus will come. Phosphorus little bit bigger. So nitrogen is smaller in size and higher in negativity, electronegativity. Higher in electronegativity. Smaller in size, higher in electronegativity. That's why it is a diatomic molecule. Next, second important is it is form p-pi bond. Nitrogen can form p-pi multiple bonds. Okay guys, see, diatomic molecule is possible and here triple bond also possible in nitrogen. Here one p-pi bond is possible. But for example, this both reasons for nitrogen formation. Next reason, it is a phosphorus is not small. We are comparing with nitrogen, that's why not small in size. Compared to that, less electronegative. Then one more important, P4 structure all are single bonds. Yes or not? All are single bonds. In single bonds, p-pi multiple bonds not possible. P-pi multiple bonds are not possible. This is the very important reason. PP single bonds. PP. Okay. Tetrahedral in structure. And nitrogen is linear structure and small in size, higher electronegative. P-pi multiple bonds are possible. Triple bond is possible. But here PP single bond only possible. Single bond P-pi is not possible. So these many reasons are there. That's why N2 is possible, P4 is not. P4 is possible. N4 is not possible and P2 is not possible. This is the reason. Why does N shows catenation properties less than phosphorus? Why does N shows, nitrogen shows catenation property less than phosphorus. Write the question. Why does N shows catenation property less than phosphorus? Why? See, basically catenation effect mostly catenation in carbon only. Mostly catenation is possible in carbon only. Sometimes phosphor also shows more than nitrogen. Phosphorus also shows more than nitrogen. Why? So common reason I am telling, P4 is possible, N3 is possible, maximum 3 possible, N3. Azides only possible, azides. Okay. Sodium azide, N double bond N. This is possible. Okay. Here 4 bonds are coming unstable. Here 3 bonds stable. Here 2 bonds coming unstable. Here positive will come. Here negative will come. That is later. We will discuss later. That is maximum N3 is possible, but P4 possible. Compared to this is a larger. This after what? Carbon. Everybody know that. Carbon infinity. Okay. So P4 is highest. Okay. Now this is 3 least, 4, then after sulfur, then after carbon. Like this it will come. Okay. This is the common reason. Whatever I told in a class, that I am telling. But one more reason is also there. This is the bond strength. Bond strength of NN is 159 kilojoules. 159 kilojoules per mole. It is next phosphorus single bond. It is 213 kilojoules per mole. Per mole here also. Okay. So here bond strength, if we are comparing bond strength also, it is very small. This is very large compared to this is small. So P4 has bond strength is larger than nitrogen. That's why this catenation shows very less. Nitrogen shows very less. Okay. This is the one. This is second reason. Both are reasons for catenation effect. Nitrogen is lesser than phosphorus. Can PCl5 act as an oxidizing agent as well as reducing agent? Justify. First of all, PCl5 oxidation state. Write the question. Can PCl5 act as an oxidizing agent as well as reducing agent? Justify. Actually, in this both, I think PCl5 is not any one character here. Either oxidizing agent, either reducing agent. Not both characters. So, first of all, phosphorus oxidation state in PCl5 is +5 oxidation state. +5 oxidation state. Means P contains 5 electrons in valency cell. Right? P contains 5 electrons in valency shell. This is the introduction. Answer introduction. Okay. Now look at. Now PCl5. It is. I think just we'll look. We'll take some reactions. Any few reactions you take. If it is anywhere it is reacting like oxidizing or reducing agent, now we will confirm that. Now first you take 2Ag reaction with PCl5. PCl5 phosphorus is a 5. Ag is alone, single. It is 2AgCl forms, 2AgCl forms and PCl3 will form. Now PCl3, this is 3, here what? 1. So what is going on here? Here to here gaining of electrons. How many? 2. 2 gain electrons. Okay. Here gaining of electrons. Gaining of electrons means what? For example, oxidation number increases, that is oxidation state, oxidizing agent. But here decreasing, 5 to 3 coming, decreases, oxidation number decreases. So this is called oxidation agent. Oxidation number increases, gaining of electrons. Gaining of electrons means oxidizing agents. Oxidizing agent. In one reaction, PCl5 is behaved as a oxidizing agent. Okay. Next, one more reaction we'll take. SN 2PCl5, same here, plus 5, here 0. It is SnCl4 will come, here plus 4 coming, and PCl3 coming, 3 coming. Okay. Here also same, here to here again decreases, plus 5 to plus 3, gaining of electrons. So oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agent. So in each and every reaction it is oxidizing reaction is going on. So that's why the PCl5 is act as a oxidizing agent, not reducing agent. PCl5 is a oxidizing agent, not reducing agent. Now right, this is the answer. Oxidation state of phosphorus in the following molecules. What is the oxidation state of phosphorus in the following molecules? First, H3PO3. H3PO3. Here 3, it is plus 1, it is minus 2. Plus 1, minus 2, X2. XP. 3 to the 6. Directly we can do, but formula wise we will go. Okay. 3 plus 1 plus X plus 3 into minus 2 equal to 0. So X equal to plus 3. X equal to plus 3. 3 to the 6 minus 6, 3 will come. 3 will come downside. 6 by 3 will come. Cut it. Sorry, it will go outside. It is minus 6 minus 3 plus 3. Okay. Next. PCl3. It is plus 1. X plus 1. X plus 3 plus 1 equal to 0. Sorry, minus equal to 0. X minus 3 equal to 0. X equal to plus 3. This everybody know. Ca3P. So X. Calcium what? Calcium is plus 2. So 3 plus 2 plus 2x equal to 0. 2x equal to 0. Okay. Now 6. 2x. 6 will come outside. 6 by 2. 3 will come. So minus 3. Minus 3. Next, Na3 PO4. Na is plus 1, X, O is a minus 2. 3 plus 1 plus X plus 4 minus 2 equal to 0. 3, 4 to the 8. 8. We are taking outside this. 8 minus 3, 5. X equal to plus 5. It is minus 3. It is plus 3. Plus 3. Plus 3. Minus 3. Plus 5. Last. PO F3. X plus 1 minus 2 plus 3 minus 1 equal to 0. X minus 2 minus 1. Minus, minus. Both are minus. So 3, 2 equal to plus 5. Plus 5. Okay. Thank you everyone. We'll meet tomorrow. Bye. We'll meet in next class. Prepare well. Last class I told homework, even single student not sent. Very good. Keep it up. Okay. Bye.